53वें अंतर्राष्ट्रीय फिल्म समारोह में आप सभी का स्वागत है। आज हमारे साथ सम्मानित फीचर फिल्म की जूरी आप लोगों के समक्ष है। हम इनका परिचय कराएंगे और उसके बाद आप लोगों में से मैं माननीय चेयरमैन महोदय से कहूँगा कि वो अपना कुछ एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करेंगे। बाकी लोगों से भी थोड़ी अपनी बातें कहेंगे। उसके बाद इंटरेक्टिव सेशन होगा ये। इसके ठीक पहले क्योंकि एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस शुरू हुई और एक दूसरी जगह पर माननीय मंत्री जी का कार्यक्रम चल रहा है, मल्टीपल इवेंट्स कई जगह पे है सर, तो इस तरह की चीज़ें आएंगी। और चूंकि अभी आज का औपचारिक पहले दिन की शुरुआत है तो मीडिया के लोग बाद में भी ज्वाइन करते रहेंगे। तो इस हम जूरी में पहले नाम पढ़ देंगे कि कितने लोग हैं। विनोद चंद्रा सर हैं चेयरमैन। सर आप नमस्ते करेंगे तो सब लोग पहचान लेंगे कि सॉरी सर, चंद्रा थोड़ा कॉमन नेम है तो मुझे लगा कि वही, सॉरी। विनोद गनात्रा सर हैं, चेयरमैन हैं फीचर फिल्म जूरी के। ए कार्तिक राजा सर, एंड इसके बाद अनुराधा सिंह, डॉक्टर अनुराधा सिंह मैडम, अशोक कश्यप जी, एंड ई प्रेमराज सर, एम गीता गुरप्पा मैम, जुगल देवता सर, अच्छा, शैलेश दवे, शिबू यश सुशीलन सर, विष्णु शर्मा एंड वीएन आदित्य। सबको नमस्कार सर। आनंद ज्योति सर, थैंक यू सर। चलिए अच्छा है सर। ये जूरी के मेंबर्स सभी लोग आपके पास एक नहीं आई हैं। इमो सिंह ये नहीं है हमारे साथ आज, किन्हीं कारणों से, या तो हैं शहर में या बाहर जो किन्हीं कारणों से होंगे, बट उन्होंने पूरा जूरी के साथ काम करके सहयोग किया है। तो सबसे पहले मैं विनोद गनात्रा सर से अनुरोध करूंगा कि आप कुछ बातें सर शेयर कीजिए मीडिया के साथ, एंड देन उसके बाद निरंतर कुछ बातें शेयर करके फिर इसको हम टॉकिंग के लेवल पे ले आएंगे सर। थैंक यू सर।
देखिए, इसमें इमो सिंह के बारे में बता दूं, ये हमें 3 दिन का स्टे मिलता है। वो उन्होंने डिसाइड किया है कि मैं क्लोजिंग में आ जाऊँ, तो वो 3 दिन के बाद वो ज्वाइन करेंगे हमको। अब रही बात हमारे एक्सपीरियंस की, तो करीब 400 फिल्में हमारे पास थी जो कि सिलेक्ट करनी थी, उसमें से 25। तो इट वाज अ मैराथन जॉब और करीब 1 महीने से ज़्यादा टाइम लगा हमको वो सब करने के लिए। कई बार तो ऐसा भी हुआ कि रात के 12 बजे तक जूरी मेंबरों ने फिल्में देखी, यानी कोई फिल्म फास्ट फॉरवर्ड ना हो इसका ख्याल रखा गया। और उसके बावजूद बड़ी स्मूथली हमारी सिलेक्शन का प्रोसेस पूरा हुआ। हमारी डेडलाइन फिक्स थी। हमने 19 सितंबर से शुरुआत की थी और 20 अक्टूबर को फिनिश करना था। 21 से दिवाली की तैयारियां हो रही थी और हमारी टिकट भी बुक थी। तो उसी दौरान हमने सारा काम टू आवर सेटिस्फेक्शन, हालांकि सेटिस्फेक्शन तो नहीं कह सकते क्योंकि सेटिस्फेक्शन तो होता ही नहीं इन सब चीज़ों में, क्योंकि जिनकी फिल्में नहीं रहेंगी वो नाराज़ होंगे। कोई फिल्म मुझे अच्छी लगी हो, किसी और को ना लगी हो, तो वो भी नाराज़गी की बात होती है। तो सेटिस्फेक्शन वाली बात तो वैसे नहीं होती। लेकिन ये डेमोक्रेटिक प्रोसेस है, मेजॉरिटी जो सोचती है, और सब्जेक्टिव भी है। जो फिल्म मुझे अच्छी लगी हो आपको शायद ना लगे। तो इन सब चीज़ों को ध्यान में रखते हुए जो मेजॉरिटी ने तय किया वो रिजल्ट आपके सामने है, वो सारी फिल्में हैं। तो सैडनेस भी कहीं होती है, लेकिन चलता है। हमारी फैमिली में भी तो कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी होती रहती हैं जहां हम कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ करते हैं। तो ये एक मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है। और तो जब
सर बारी बारी से कुछ बातें अपनी। तो सर कैन यू से समथिंग इन इंग्लिश ऑल्सो?
अच्छा, आपने हिंदी
नो नो सर, इट्स अ बाइलिंगुअल सर,
ठीक है, इट्स ओके
इट्स बाइलिंगुअल सर. आप हिंदी इंग्लिश
नो प्रॉब्लम
बोथ है. हाँ
हाँ, आई हैव नो ग्रजेस अगेंस्ट एनी लैंग्वेज. हाँ, सो नो प्रॉब्लम.
नो सर विल रिपीट द थिंग्स. Okay,
हाँ,
okay, sir.
it's okay, sir.
Please share some few words
हाँ.
in English also.
No, it was a marathon job which you can understand that out of around 400 films, 25 films were to be selected, coming from different parts of India, and in that 25, 5 films were only from the no, it's a mainstream cinema. That was, I think 37 films were there. Out of 37, it was 5 films were to be selected and other 19 films we selected because one film was not, national award was not announced for 21, so it was left vacant. When 21 national award will come, that film will be added later on. But it's a chunk of 25 films, including 5 mainstream cinema. And we have been working against time. Our deadline was fixed. We had to compromise on recalling of film also, mainly because somebody may like some film, somebody may not like. So we had to decide only as per the time schedule. Many times our jury members went on seeing films till 12 o'clock night. Even the projectionists were sleeping in the projection room for whole night there. So these things were going on, and we have this result with against you, and you can just see what kind of films we have selected. Thank you.
Okay, sir. आपके बात से थोड़ा few words, sir, and then
I am Shibuji Sushilan from Kerala. I am the producer. 354 film. Mainstream cinema. Around 400 film. Malayalam industry में 60 film. Hindi industry में 60 film. Tamil industry में 40 film. Marathon job है. They selected Malayalam industry में 2 movie. Only 2 movie. Tamil industry में 3 movie. A different type of movie from all language. अच्छा film है, everything.
Thank you and namaskar to all. I am Jugal Debata from Odisha, Bhubaneswar. For me, this was a first-time experience watching films in such huge numbers every day. I mean, here we are discussing language, but I strongly believe cinema in itself has its own language. Cinema has a language of its own. Across borders, across boundaries. And that language is very simple. It has to touch your heart and your mind. So we call it a good film. And when we come to our panel of juries, we all come from very different backgrounds. So conceptually, we look at films very differently. And I'm very happy. End of the day, it was a common decision, and we arrived at that after seeing all the films, and it was a very, healthy, judicious process, and the outcome is there for all of you to see later on. Thank you all.
My name is M. Geeta Gurappa. I'm a sound engineer. Basically a Kannadiga, but I'm from Chennai. I've been in the industry for the last 32 years as a sound mixing engineer, and this is my first experience in Indian Panorama. So working on films as a sound mixing engineer and watching it as a jury, definitely it was a different experience, but thoroughly I enjoyed watching all the films. And coming to the jury, we, as Jugalji said, we are all from different crafts of cinema and from different states. So to come to the like the deliberations, like to decide at the end, out of this 400 films, 20 films plus the 5 mainstream cinema, I think when we landed up on 20th October, everybody had a sheet of paper, and it was really very healthy to see that it was all common films what we had on our sheet. So the process really went on very smoothly, and we have selected some good films. Hope so, and you all will like it. Thank you.
मैं विष्णु शर्मा हूँ, क्योंकि 3-4 लोगों ने इंग्लिश में बोला तो मुझे लगा कि हिंदी का रिप्रेजेंटेशन होना चाहिए। ओह, तो मुझे, क्योंकि नॉर्दर्न इंडिया से, मैं फिल्म क्रिटिक हूँ, नॉर्दर्न इंडिया से अकेला रिप्रेजेंट मैं ही कर रहा हूँ, बाकी लोग वेस्ट और ईस्ट और प्लस साउथ से। तो उसमें मेरे साथ ये था कि इतनी सारी जो फिल्में हैं, ऑलरेडी मैं हिंदी इंग्लिश की फिल्में बहुत दिनों से देख रहा था, तेलुगु कन्नड़, ये सब फिल्में जो बड़ी फिल्में होती थी वो हमारे पास आती थी। जो इफ़ी की ओपनिंग हुई, कुछ वहाँ ऐसा कोई विवाद हुआ, तब वो लोग हम लोग देखते थे, या बहुत हिट हुई, सुपर हिट हुई। लेकिन इस बार हम लोगों ने, मेरे लिए ये एक्सपीरियंस रहा कि बिल्कुल केरल के कोई छोटे इलाके में मूवी बन रही है और हम लोग उसको देख रहे हैं। वो मौका मिल रहा है कि देख रहे हैं कि इंडिया को कैसे, इंडिया में जो काम जो उधर नॉर्दर्न इंडिया में नहीं हो रहा है, इतने छोटे लेवल पे जाके अच्छी फिल्में बनाने का काम, वो इधर साउथ में बहुत हो रहा है। इवन ईस्ट तक में शुरुआत हो गई अच्छी खासी। तो गुजरात में हमने जैसे कुछ नोटिस किया कि लगातार वहाँ फिल्में बन रही हैं। पहले थोड़ा गरीबी पे बनती थी, अब थोड़ा शहरी फिल्में ज़्यादा आ गई थी। तो हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे थे कि गुजरात वाले शहरी पे फिल्में ज़्यादा बना रहे हैं। तो ये हम लोगों के लिए पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस था। लेकिन एक दूसरा जो प्रोसेस होता है वो आप लोगों को जिसको मतलब है वो है सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस। और हम लोग सब कभी कभी असहाय पाते हैं कि कोई मूवी बहुत अच्छी होती है तो और उसको हम चाहते हैं कि जूरी में आए, जूरी उसको फाइनल करे। लेकिन हमारे ही कुछ मेंबर्स, मान लो वोटिंग, क्योंकि डेमोक्रेसी होती है और डेमोक्रेटिक वे इसमें भी अपनाया गया, तो कई बार हमें अच्छी लगती हुई मूवी भी वो आ नहीं पाती उसमें। ऐसा होता है क्योंकि सेलेक्टेड आपको पीस करनी होती है। तो मुझे ये फील हुआ कि इस प्रोसेस को पर लेकिन कुछ किया जा नहीं सकता। तो कुछ मूवी जैसे यूपीएससी में होता है कि कई लोग ऐसे छूट जाते हैं जो वाकई में अच्छे अफसर हो सकते थे, लेकिन जो प्रोसेस है हमें उसको फॉलो करना है। तो सेम जो जूरी का प्रोसेस था, जूरी को डिसाइड करना था और हर चीज़ वोटिंग से लास्ट में डिसाइड करनी थी। तो सबका अपना अपना एक अपनी ओपिनियन है कि आई लाइक दिस मूवी, आई लाइक दिस मूवी, वो वोट दे रहे हैं, लास्ट में वोट काउंट हो रहे हैं। तो उसमें मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अंदर से कि कुछ अच्छी मूवी हो सकती थी जिसमें शामिल होनी चाहिए थी। लेकिन एक अच्छा है, ये मानिए कि इतनी सारी फिल्में जो हमने देखी उससे एक चीज़ तय है कि इंडिया में वाकई कोने कोने में फिल्में बनाने का जो काम शुरू हुआ है। और इसमें मैं एक फिल्म तेलुगु की थी शायद, सिनेमा बंदी, और वो कैसे, और एक उड़ीसा की भी थी, वो लोग भी ऐसे ही छोटे गांव में फिल्में बना रहे हैं, कोई कैमरा मिल जाता है। वो एक्चुअली आने वाले इंडिया की कहानी कह रहा है कि एवरी पर्सन हैज़ ए स्टोरी, ही कैन मेक सिनेमा, ही कैन मेक मूवी। वो वही है, आप सबके पास स्टोरी है, वो बना सकते हैं। तो इफ़ी ये रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है। और सबसे बात इफ़ी की, मुझे पहली बार, मैं लास्ट ईयर भी था, तो इफ़ी में ये बात देखने को इस बार ये मिली कि उन्होंने जिस तरह से पिछली बार तक बॉलीवुड हावी रहता था, बट दिस टाइम वी सॉ बंगाली म्यूज़िक प्रोग्राम, साउथ प्रेजेंटेशन, साउथ का सारा ही था मेरे ख्याल से, और स्पेनिश एंड ऑल्सो मराठी। तो ये जो इंडिया है वो मिनी इंडिया इफ़ी में दिखाई दिया, फिल्मों में दिखाई दिया, और इस बार ओपनिंग सेरेमनी में दिखाई दिया। मुझे लगता है कि ये इसका वेलकम करना चाहिए, अच्छा था। थैंक यू।
Hi, my name is Sailesh. Don't mind my voice. I'm undergoing some serious throat issues, but that's okay. No, actually, I shouldn't say serious. Anyway, so for me, I think I'm going to take a slightly contrarian point of view. As Sharmaji said that everybody in this country is making movies, It's a fact. Otherwise, there will not be 400 movies landing up at our doorsteps. On an average, being a statistician, I calculated that we have seen 4.66 movies a day, continuously for 30 days. I'm not recommending that process to any of you, because you actually can go mad at the end of the day, all right? Because out of this 4.66 movies a day, it is very likely that 3 of them are not really wonderful movies. Let me put it that way. लोकशाही है, लोकतंत्र है, तो एक तरीका होता है कि आप फिल्में कैसे सिलेक्ट करते हैं. So that's a process that was followed. उसमें हमेशा जैसे लोकशाही में होता है, कुछ इलेक्शन में कुछ पॉलिटिशियंस आपको चाहते हैं कि वो चुन के आए लेकिन नहीं चुन के आते हैं. वैसे ही कुछ फिल्में नहीं आई, बट ओवरऑल मुझे एक बहुत ही अच्छा लगा कि अगर 20 फिल्मों की शॉर्ट लिस्ट थी तो उसमें से कम 15 फिल्में ऐसी थी जिस पे सब एग्रीड थे, जो बहुत ही अनयूजुअल है. I find that a very good thing, which means that the jury is made up of people who really understand certain cinema qualities. और बाकी तो बस मेरे लिए तो बहुत ही फर्स्ट टाइम और बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग एक्सपीरियंस था. मैंने बहुत सारी लैंग्वेजेस ऐसी जानी जो अपने देश में है, जो मुझे पता नहीं था कि ये लैंग्वेजेस भी है. ना सिर्फ कि ये लैंग्वेजेस हैं, but people are actually making movies in these languages. So I think it was a fun experience for me as a cinema lover. Thank you.
Namaskaram. First of all, I want to thank you for the film divisions group, for arranging a great venue for us to watch cinema. Especially Tanurai and team, they did a great job. Apart from that, watching 4 movies per day, as Shailesh said, was not easy, was not fun. But we did it because the love for cinema. We love cinema. And we love India. And we have managed, after a month, I have watched around 150 movies, to bring something which represents India, the elegance of India. For next 1 year, this will be the movies going around the world representing India. And India has great talents. Where India bleeds, how India heals, what India share with the post-COVID thing. So it was amazing experience for myself, And sure, there have been agreements, disagreements, some movies we like, some movie we didn't. But I think overall, this Panorama represents the best of Indian contemporary cinema. And thank you so much for the opportunity.
Namaste. I am Dr. Anuradha Singh. I am basically a film editor and filmmaker. I work in America, UK and Australia. It was absolutely an honor to be called for jury for an International Film Festival. And as I experienced, I couldn't find a single fault in Tanurai ma'am and his team while doing this. I thoroughly enjoyed watching 5 films because that's have been my experience when I was in film school in Pune. We used to watch 5 films a day, and it's absolutely an honor to see, in spite of such a difficult time we went through in pandemic, we had a huge number of films to be selected. And it was great working with all the 13 people. As IFFI was decided celebrating excellence of cinema, we did the same thing for this. And for me, the films are only 2 types, good films and bad films. So it's very easy to select films. And it was an amazing journey for 30 days, and I thoroughly enjoyed. Thank you so much.
Hello everybody, my name is Ashok Kashyap. I'm basically a filmmaker, a cinematographer, director, producer. The first time I'm working, I've been part of IFFI, Indian Panorama. I felt very happy working, being a jury for this entire session. More than 400, nearly 400 films. As Anuradhaji said, I enjoyed watching every bit and every second and every movie without, closing my eyes. And that is the passion I have for the cinema. I always admire filmmakers, dream, and most of the time filmmakers from different corner, they try to tell some story So we need to give attention and observe everybody's work and their masterpiece. I don't know from which part we are going to see the wonders. Even a small area, a small tribal language in near Kerala, Irula, even that language movie was a wonder, because I've never heard a language, Irula language, in my life, and even that language could do some wonders. And we have selected probably, I think this is the first time we selected Irula. So the beauty of India is multicultural and multilingual and multi-language. So this time we could see some really wonderful movies and a lot of good movies. And I don't say there were really bad movies. Most of them, they had to tell best movies. And it was a tough job for us, or all the 13 of us, to select the good movies. Especially when we really felt bad. We ourselves felt bad when a lot of movies were out of the category what we selected. All the 53 films which we selected for the second round were really good. Everything was marvelous and fantastic. We wanted all the 53 films, but unfortunately we have to end up, to a particular number. So that number was 25. So, unfortunately, somebody have to go back. And, at the end of the day, the number counts. So all the juries, as Mr. Gulji said, like-minded people voted a maximum number of films, and that is the reason all these films been selected, and those films are in front of you. I think you'll know the reason, and there are unique things in selecting those movies. Of course, there were many repetitive content for some good reasons, the language, and basically we were being instructed from the IFFI. We need to select India, movie for India and abroad. We need to showcase India. We need to showcase India. That was our aim. So we did that. So I'm very happy we could showcase a beautiful India. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Karthik Raja from Chennai. I'm a cinematographer. It was a wonderful experience for us having a jury of this 53rd International Festival, IFFI. It was unanimous selection of films. We have selected aesthetically, technically best films. Thank you.
I am Prem Raj, director, writer. 350 more than 350 फिल्म से 25 सेलेक्ट करने का बहुत मुश्किल है. हम कोशिश किए अच्छा फिल्म सेलेक्ट करने का, और भी अच्छा फिल्म्स है, मणिपुरी, अस्सामी, छोटा इंडस्ट्रीज में भी अच्छा फिल्म आया. मेरा लिमिटेशंस के लिए 25 सेलेक्ट किया, और भी ज़्यादा अच्छा फिल्म्स. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Namaste, this is V.N. Aditya from Hyderabad. I'm a film director and writer and producer. But I must thank Department of Film Festivals headed by Tanuraji and her subordinate staff. They took really good care of all of us, and they work under central government's Information and Broadcasting Ministry. And because of them, we could be able to watch all the films without any hassles. We were only creatively apprehensive then, not worried about anything for such a long time. And being part of the jury, and I must thank my chairman and co-jury members, where they give such a liberty of the kind of freedom of expression that we have been given, being the first timers. So many of us were coming to Indian Panorama as jury for the first time. And seniors like Vinodji and all, they taught us how to watch the film as a jury. Earlier, we grew up watching audience by paying money, and we have choice of watching our own films with our likes and dislikes. But here, when you get the best of Indian films from various parts of India and from different languages and culture, it is very difficult to judge best of the best. If you have some comparison, then easily you can judge. But when you have the best of the films for the final central jury to select some of the films for screening, our job became really tough. So, and I must thank our people that there was no pressure for us, and we never compromised on bringing the best films to your public screening in IFFI 53. So I can confidently and proudly say that being part of this jury, you all going to experience this 53rd IFFI. And now, thankfully, the trend is changed, that Indian cinema has no language barrier now. Like you cannot say it is a Hindi film or a Marathi film or a Bengali film or a Telugu film or a Tamil film. Now, in this globalization era, we are lucky to say that now the film started speaking. It is the cinema that started speaking irrespective of its language and culture. So it might be an Oriya film or a Manipuri film or Maithili language film. But the film has the contented film that is started speaking now. So I think people will definitely enjoy that. And being part of jury, it reminded me of my college days. Because I used to bunk college to watch 4 films a day, and I did not find any difficulty watching 4 or 5 films a day because I'm used to that. After becoming a filmmaker, the life is full of tensions and all, but as an audience, I feel that I'm the king of watching a film and judging it. So I thoroughly enjoyed, and with due respect to all my co-jury and EFF, I thank one and all for this greatest opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now jury is in front of you. You can ask questions and yes, ma'am. And sir, जिससे पूछेंगे उनका नाम ले लेंगे. Then he said he or she can reply.
Question is to the chairman, Saab Vinod Ganathraji. It's a 3-in-1 question, and I hope you will reply to all 3. Firstly, there are 12 members of the jury here and one is missing, so I presume that there were 13 members in the jury, in the selection committee.
Yes.
Do you think that such a big size makes things a little more complicated, because when you are discussing things with 13 people, a lot of opinions will differ, and if it's a smaller jury, it will be a little more easy. This is the first part. The second is, I find only one critic in the whole jury. I sincerely feel that there should be at least 2 or 3 film critics in the jury. And lastly, my suggestion, and I hope you can convey this, is that there should be a pre-selection process also. If there are 400 films passed on to you, your task is so difficult. If there's a pre-selection jury which reduces this 400 down to maybe 150, then, you know, all of you would have a much easier time.
Let me answer your third question first. We have a process of selecting or shortlisting. We are 13 members, 12 members divided in 4 groups. They divide films, and out of that, the pre-selection, what you are saying, was done. It's a process going on for last so many years, that when it comes to national awards or IFFI Indian Panorama, all members are divided in different groups. They select some films, and then at the central jury again all sits together and select films. So that process is always done.
So in spite of that process, you have 400 films.
Yes. So around 90 films every panel was watching. And out of those selected films, we decided that some films every panel will pass on for central jury.
Right.
And that is a process going on for so many years. So it was done, and that is a foolproof. Otherwise, selection is again a subjective thing. But when you are working as a team, you have to sometimes forgo our choice. And when we sit as a team, we select our good films. So this is how we have processed it.
Now, though, the thing about the critic, do you feel there should
that
be
is,
more
that is,
critics?
I will pass on to the authorities.
Yeah, it's a suggestion.
And that will, yeah, that will.
And also the size of the jury. You feel that 13-member jury is a good idea, or maybe a smaller jury would be more?
No, you must have more variations.
Okay.
Now you are only saying one critic, but why not have 2, 3? So if 3 critics, then 3 cinematographers will come, 3 sound recordists will come, so 3 directors will come. So list will be too big. So this is which is going on. I think it is, again, it is up to the DFF or the government or NFDC. Now it is, everything is NFDC. So let NFDC think about it, and if some new idea can come up, they will start doing it. Thank you.
Sir, very good afternoon. This is for everybody, including chairman. Just I wanted to know, out of 25 films, 5 films are tagged as mainstream popular cinemas. So was that also recommended by you, or how would that bifurcation?
Those mainstream cinema or films were suggested by different associations of India. Filmmakers Association, sound recordists, camera, everybody suggested some 8 films. 8 associations suggested those films. And those 5 films each. And it came together, and out of that we selected 5 films.
So just to add on that bifurcation, is there any criteria out of the how much popular cinema should go out of 25? Anything criteria?
No, somewhere you have to make some number, no?
Yeah, okay.
So if you go on, why not, why 5, why not 10? There is no end to it. So it was decided, and I think it has gone in a right way. If they will, the things will come, some suggestions will come, the NFDC will change their rules. Thank you.
I'm from the Times of India. So I wanted to know from any of the members of the jury, some industries like Tamil, Telugu or others, they are more advanced, they are in a more advanced stage, whereas others, like you all said, Irulu is a new language, they may be not at such an advanced stage. So in those cases, how do you all balance it out? How do you all, when you pick films, how do you balance it? What are the considerations?
It is, consideration is, first thing is technically we try to look at the film. Sometimes we are, after all, we are human beings. We are dragged into the content also. Sometimes we feel that our content is good, but the making is little. And any language which is coming for the first time, the Maithili was there, and some other films were also there. But we consider it कि अगर उस इलाके में इतनी डेवलपमेंट नहीं हुई, तो why not give them an encouragement? This is kind of encouragement which was given to all languages which are, and you see, India is such a huge thing, and we make more than 1200 films a year, including all languages, so we have to select those. So that was the process. It is not only mind, it is heart also was considered according to me.
Hello sir, I have 2 questions. So my first question is, watching film, it is mostly connected with emotion, right? So if you like a movie or not, it depends on your mood. So when you are watching the 6th movie at 12 o'clock in the night, is it not highly probable that you would like it less than the first movie of the day you are watching?
Let me tell you, we are all 13 mad people behind cinema, for cinema. And it requires that kind of madness. It is a commitment that we came with, and this is the result.
Sir,
I just want to add one thing, which is the amazing quality about a good film is that even if you've seen 4 of them and you see the 5th one and you're very tired in the night and it's 9 p.m., when you see a really good film in the first 15 minutes, you know, yes, this is a fantastic film, and you sit through it. So that's the quality of a good film.
sir, I have another question.
I just want to add the same as he told. There was a day I was watching like 4 movies, and I was up to here. It was not good movies. And the 5th one, when it began, I forgot all my tiredness because that cinema has such an impact on me. So it's always a surprise, you know.
Yeah, the opening film was, I think, third or fourth we were watching, and we got connected. It's emotion, you know. It's, as you said, because with the emotion they make it, and with the emotion which you, and plus you're judging something, you're given a responsibility. You have to do it correctly and with honesty, with uttermost honesty.
I have the second question is, ma'am, among the 354 films, there was a single film about the making of Pother Pachali, and that won a special jury award in Shanghai Film Festival, but it was not selected in the top 25.
There have been films which been selected for Toronto, not for Oscar. Some films selected for Cannes, not for Toronto. So you know, every this is depends upon the kind of jury, and depends upon the kind of festival it is. So this is a very subjective. You cannot compare that. You know, I just answered you. Some films will get Toronto, but not into Oscar. Some into Berlin, not into Cannes. So this happens. You know.
I'd like to add to it. Kashmir Files was a very most popular and you know, the movie of the year or whatever people say, but still that movie was not selected for Oscars. A Gujarati film, people who are not aware of it, and it was selected for Oscar, and that too from a South Indian chairman who could say yes to it, Mr. Nagabarna. So it is not the language or anything, it is the movie. The Gujarati film did it. That's the reason it has gone to Oscars. So some film festival people select for some reasons, and here it has not been selected. No, the IQ doesn't matter. So it is how, you know, the timing matters. That movie has come, we are selected, we should respect that.
Excuse me, anybody can answer this one. You said this Panorama selection, the films will be going around the globe in the next year. What was the content like there to promote in some word I couldn't make it.
Myself.
Yeah. It's going around the world. What type of content you are looking into?
Sir, basically DFFI has given us instruction, especially for Indian Panorama. We are showcasing India. We are showcasing India, our culture, and the language, all nuances, what India is going through right now, diversity, many things, you know, all good, the best of Indian, culture, you take in any aspect. Basically, we have to showcase the best of India's image, and especially when you showcase in foreign countries, you need to showcase India. I don't say that in a better way. We have to say we have something special. You know, that is, the time is, once again, the timing is very important. This time we have this particular movie selected out of 350 movies. We have the best selected movies for showcasing, especially for foreign countries.
Thank you.
Namaskar sir, myself Shantanu Ganguly from Incredible India Info. My question of all the honorable jury members, though I came little late, I was not there. I don't know if somebody have raised the questions earlier. Sir, my question is, Indian Panorama is supposed to be showing the plurality, the diversity of India. But why Northeast is completely absent this year, sir?
Sorry, would you please repeat it?
Why Northeastern film is completely absent this year in the Indian Panorama?
I don't know. We should ask Northeast people. I don't know whether those movies are, so it is a competition. It's a competition.
Sir, of course it is a competition, but when we are talking about diversity, about plurality, and this is different thing that they are showing 50 years of Manipuri cinema, which is a very good initiative, but like the honorable jury members, all of you are very wise, you are very active in the film industry for so many years, you have given so much to the film industry, but can't you find a single film from the Northeast at least to for inclusion purpose?
We are not selecting according to the language basis. It is not according to the language. Pick two from Oriya, pick two from Assamese, pick two from South India. Basically, it is a competition. What best is being showcased, we present it there. That is the idea. I don't say Manipuri is really good. Of course, we saw some good movies that couldn't make it to the final. There are really good movies, but couldn't make it to the final. I told you, you are a little late, as you said. There were 53 films when all the 53 films were selected for the second round. All 53 films were really good. All these gentlemen and ladies, they had selected 53 films, and I really felt all these 53 films were really good. But somewhere, we have given the numbers. We have to stick on to the numbers, and that numbers, it's gone down. That's the only thing, there were really good films. I don't say that, it is my India, my Indian movie. Oriya is my Indian language movie. I love any Indian language movie. I don't want to be discriminating any language or anything, Basically, as he said, cinema speaks its language.
Actually, in the final round, there was Assamese movie, there was Manipuri movie, but as he said, it didn't made it. And we were very sad because there were good movies, and there were many other good movies. From 53 movies, you choose 20 to 25. It's not easy. And we tried our best.
I am Jugal. I'm repeating myself. I am from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Your point is very valid. But let us, over the years with maybe filmmaking becoming more easier, I'd say easier. It was very, very tough earlier. Technically and cost-wise. It has become simpler, yes. I would personally think this a personal thinking point. I'm not talking on behalf of the jury. I wish somewhere there was some latitude to increase this number of films. That is all. We had such excellent films, but they could not be selected because of this number game of this many films only. I wish we could increase, because we have been increasing our production and quality of films going up. Maybe gradually, maybe 10, 20% could be, added. Probably. That's all.
Thank you so much. My next questions will be, sir, there is always a confusions about or not maybe the proper clarity that what film federations of India, what they are giving a film which is included, not included. I'm not talking about this year only. Last year also we have seen the things. So being honorable jury member, if you kindly clarify that what is DFF, DFF is dismantled body now, but again, they are the organizer. So what is the instructions coming to you through DFF, and what is the actual rule regulation, if you kindly clarify that?
See, rules are already laid and they are already on website. So you can just go through it. It is only films are invited from all India, from all languages, they come.
Popular film mainly?
Not necessary. Popular films are only sent by an association, different associations. 8 associations are there in India, and they send 5 films, and that is what is mainstream cinema, the commercial cinema, what we call. So it is that. But When it comes to different languages and all, then there are variety of cinema. So you can't have the time. Screening timing is also every day you can just see the list of the schedule is so tight that taking out one film or putting another film or to add any film is not possible. So unless we add more slots to screen our films, and that is another process. There are so many things are involved in it. So earlier it was 10 days festival, now it is 8 days festival. So numbers go on reducing it. So we have to, screening time is always there, and that is the limitation which we have to follow.
No, I mean, you just like you answered partly of my questions. That that you said that 6 bodies are there. I mean, they are sending
8 bodies.
8 bodies. Just a little bit details about that things. I mean, how it's like, how the process is. And
no, now it is not possible. Like you have IMPA, you have Producers Guild, you have we have from South Indian Film Chamber of Commerce of Eastern India, then Northeast also there. So they send their films. So it is a representation from the commercial cinema also is taken care of. And let me tell you, this is my 96th jury assignment. I tell you, it is such a wonderful experience, and realizing that it is such a big job which is done in 30 days.
True.
It is such a...
It is a very tedious job, very big job, very responsible job.
No, not tedious job. Tedious maybe from others, but we were enjoying it, and we have been doing it. We have done it.
Sir.
More than 5 films we used to watch. That helps us.
Sir wants to say suggestion.
This is not an answer, but it is a kind of gratitude. Like I want to thank IFFI 53 for celebrating the 50th year of Manipuri filmmaking as a part of this great festival, and also celebrating 100th birth centenary year of our Indian legendary film director Sri Satyajit Ray, and also presenting an award to our living legend Telugu superstar Mr. Chiranjeevi Kondela for as the best film personality of the year. And I would like to commemorate this occasion by mentioning about 2 legends from Telugu industry. One is N.T. Ramarao, who was an actor who made 345 films and directed more than 50 films in his career, and he was an ex-chief minister of Andhra Pradesh. It is also a 100th birth year of Mr. N.T. Ramarao this time, and 100th birth year of Mr. Allu Ramalingaya, who acted in 800 plus films from Telugu industry as a character artist, hero, comedian, everything, and he became a producer, and he is the grandfather of present day superstar Mr. Allu Arjun. So like that, the Indian film is celebrating lot of great occasions. So let us not bother about every region, and I wish that let Indian cinema speak in IFFI every year, that let it grow. Thank you one and all.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, jury. Thank you, friends. And media is requested to be here because as today is the first day and events are continuously. सर आपको एक फोटोग्राफ देंगे जैसा आपने रिक्वेस्ट किया है. हाँ, आप चलें सर उस रूम में, वो लोग इधर आ जाएंगे एंड फोटोग्राफ्स